Peace. It's touching this one. And sorry man, I ain't make a video in a while, but I've been trying to get my affairs in order, you know what I'm saying, as far as real estate and some other business ventures I got going. So I've been kind of tough to make videos. Um Title of this video is gonna be From Aborigines to African Americans. Now, the reason why I came up with this is because, you know what I'm saying, for people to be stripped of their culture and then to kind of finally find out or have a sense of where we are truly from and what truly happened to us, to recognize just the plot, man. It's a plot, you understand? And the average person who come on this page don't understand it because they're part of the plot and they don't want to see. The problem is this. You know why we got so many trolls that come on my page and try to convince us? Why would somebody convince you what the hell you are? Unless it's big business and you stand an African American. It's big business and you stand an African American. Because if 50 million of us realized that we was the Aborigines of this land, you know what I'm saying? I mean, things have changed, man. And it's just to the point to where, like, for anybody to come to this country and able to come here and benefit and get everything so quickly and work hard for whatever, you know what I'm saying? And then to look at us and say, well, damn, why the fuck did that? Why do some black people live in poverty when they've been here so long? Because it's a condition. It's a condition that was set for us. We the Aborigines, so of course they're gonna keep oppressing us because they don't want us to come up. Because with education you get knowledge, and with knowledge you get power. So they don't want you to have that. They still don't want you to read. They allow all these other people to come over here and do what they do, but they don't really want you to read. They don't want you to read. That's why they dumb us down with a lot of the stuff they dumb us down with. But look, man, from Aborigines to man. So let's start from when it was originally applied. It was originally applied, I guess, from 1828 back. You understand what I'm saying? So the people from 1828 from before 1828 until 1828, these people is being called Aborigines. Now we got numerous different documents of people being called Indians and all this other stuff. So why would they put that word Aborigine in the dictionary? Is my question. You understand what I'm saying? And why would people consider us to be Aborigines? You know what I'm saying? Because they know. They already know we the Aborigines. So you got a lot of people who come on here and get mad and want to tell you, oh, you're African, or no, you're only from here, because they don't want you to know. Because when you find out, guess what happens, man? These people realize, like, yo, we done came to a country, benefited from a country, got everything from this country, that a country that we was told the people was killed off. We killed the people off first, right? Then after we killed the people off, we brought slaves here to build the country up, right? Then after they brought slaves here to build the country up, they so-called freed the slaves, and after they freed the slaves, they disenfranchised the so-called slaves. They disenfranchised them from getting the jobs and everything that they was getting, but yet these same slaves are still able to benefit and build cities like Black Wall Street and all this magnificent stuff, to the point the way the European came and tried to destroy it. So now, like I said, you got people here now who got thriving communities. The European don't do none of that shit to them. Why is that? Because they are guests of the European. They're here to do business. Why would the European do that to them? You're not the European business partner. The European business partner is all these immigrants in this country. That's their business partner. That's why they got invested interest in these people coming to this country. That's the reason why they treat these people better than they treat you. You understand? Because they know that you are the American, but it's not about the Americans. It's about the United States. But when you go outside the country, then it's all about America. You know, people don't even understand the difference from the United States and America. They still don't understand. And you got people on here, I didn't explain the video to them, but they still come on here and try to explain to me and tell me what they learned from these European institutions, man. Listen, we done decoded this shit. But yet you still come here and tell us, and still, like, these people are agents, man. They have to be agents because ain't nobody that much invested in telling somebody what they not. You understand? We bang on the mongoloids, but we don't even bang on them to the point to where we go to every mongoloid page or people who post that stuff or whatever. We don't even do that. If I see a video with a mongoloid come on, I might make a couple comments, but I already know. Listen, I already know these people proxy. I already know that they proxy. I already know that they are pseudo aborigines of this land. But they're not claiming to be Aborigines. See, that's the thing. They're not claiming that. They're claiming to be native, born in a particular place. You understand what I'm saying? They're claiming to be native. So we don't have to argue with them no more because we the Aborigines. You have to claim that. You have to tell people that. For this shit to be effective, you gotta tell people, man, I'm an Aborigine in North America, man. Feel proud about it, man. Gotta tell people that. The same way you feel proud about calling yourself black or African American, put that in there and let them figure out what the Aborigine is. And if you want to expound on it, then you expound on it. But like I said, I tell people all day, every day, I'm an Aborigine. I tell at least 3 or 4 people this, man. You understand? And I ain't scared. I don't care how people look at me. I don't care what people say. It's all about you people need to know. You people come here and y'all be so in the days of this this so-called United States materialistic federal notes and all this old crap, all this old other bullshit. These people come here and be mesmerized, bro. I had a lady yesterday tell me, she was like, man, I love America, man. And she was an African, right? So she was like, I love America, right? So I'm looking at her like, what? Like, all right, I don't hate America, but damn, I've been here all my life and my family been here all their life. I'm not infatuated with this place because I'm able to see the wrong shit that's being done. Now you got people who come here just to benefit, nevertheless, of what these people do around the world and how they oppress us here, and they've been oppressing us here. And these people, let me just deal with this real quick. All right, let me deal with this real quick, right? And this for you African Americans that come on my page and try to argue me down, right? If your ass was African, right? Think about this, right? If your ass was African, right? Why the Africans haven't came here to help us? Okay? Why when they was lynching you from trees, burning you, dogs biting you? I don't even need to go into that, man. You already know what that's about. Why wasn't these people coming here to try to help you then? Now, after we fought and did all this shit for this country to start recognizing people, I'm not going to say people of color, because ain't no man of color, we people of different ethnicities, but for him to recognize all these different ethnicities or whatever to come to this country, because he realized that he can use these people to do business. And he don't need us no more to do business. We didn't play our part. So he don't even need us no more to do business. So you tell so a lot of these Africans, they come here, they look down on you. These people are the people who think they so educated. They go to school and they just be so educated. It's not that they so educated. A lot of these people are straight programmed. Their family tell them, well, we came here, we can't afford for you to fall off and be like one of these Negroes, which I understand. I don't want my daughter to be around some of these Negroes. And I ain't trying to be on no polite shit when I'm keeping it 100, because some of these people cannot be reached. But when Africans come here, right, it ain't like they come here to help you. They come here to benefit for their own materialistic gain. And then they pop shit about you. How stupid are we to let people who we've been told we are come here? They never came here and helped us the whole 400 years of this so-called story we've been living or whatever. They never came here to help you, but yet They come here now and come here, shit on you, drive Mercedes Benzes, live in the best areas or whatever, and then look down on you and say, "Oh, you don't want nothing," because they was not here when the shit was being done to it. This is how you know how phony these motherfuckers are, because they wasn't here when the shit was being done to it. They came after. They came when the coast was clear, and a lot of these other people did the same thing. They was not coming here when they was lynching us and doing all this shit. And then, in fact, they treat them different. They hit them with access. Oh, okay, that's not who we looking for. We looking for the thugs. We looking for the Negroes. Even when jokers was wearing suits and ties, and back in H. Rap Brown days and Martin Luther King days and Malcolm X days, you seen these people with suits on. You seen them with suits on, and he still was busting you upside your head with fucking clubs, man. Now you didn't change your style to separate yourself from them, and now it's just an out war against you. You understand? So, you know, like I said, man, the Africans come here, they know that you're not them. They know that. They will tell you quick. They will tell you quick. But you weak ass African Americans, you niggas don't know the leverage you got. It's so much shit you can go on Africans about who try to shit on you. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's so much shit you can go on them about. First of all, if you knew your people sold us into slavery, why haven't you came in to help us? When you found out that he was lynching us and killing us, why haven't you came in to help us? Why did you come here after we fought for schooling? We fought just for equal rights. We fought for jobs. Why would you come here now that we fought for everything and then come here and look down on us and say, "Oh, you don't appreciate the opportunity you got"? Shut the fuck up, man. And that's the problem I got with these people, man. Because these people, when they see your ancestors being hung on trees, they don't have the feeling you have in your stomach. They don't have the feeling that you had in your stomach. They probably saying, "Well, look, I'm glad they went through it and we didn't have to go through it." You understand? And this is what I'm telling you, man. So from Aborigine to African American, man. Aborigines are the indigenous people of this land. The African American is a program made up person. They made this person up. They made you up, and people live their whole life going as a how do you say, a fictitious entity their whole life. You got brothers who be Africa, and don't none of them look like Africans. None of them. It's just so amazing that we got all these black people in North America that, listen, we remember, we got Jamaicans, Haitians, we got numerous different ethnicities from Africa, as well as, you want to say, some Dominicans are black, some Puerto Ricans are black. We got a lot of different black people here. But when you really start looking at the African Americans, none of us look like Africans. None of us. None of us look like Africans. Even the most darkest ones that's here do not look like Africans, bro. They do not look like Africans. And I'm starting to think that some of the Africans that I see that look like us are the ones who were shipped from here to over there. You understand? Because some of us were shipped over there from here to there. And you can tell the difference from a North American Negro and an African, and the Africans can too. The Africans are much darker than us. Some of them. West Africans aren't. South Africans, Sub-Saharan Africans are. You understand? As the hotter the country get, the more melanites you need to you need to have. So you need the protection from the sun. That's the reason why the Europeans who live in them areas, like a lot of these Arabs, and where they got all this hair on their body, because they're not indigenous to that land, and their genes is making them grow hair to protect their skin from the sun. This shit is common fucking knowledge, man. You understand? But yeah, man, from Aborigine to African American, man. Look, I'm not the one. I don't really sit here and do all the research. I mean, like, show all the literature all the time or whatever. Sometimes we just need to have these conversations and talk about this shit, man. You understand? And remember this, for you Hebrew Israelites, right? Think about this. If you think we are the people of the Lord, or we are the people of the Most High or whatever, and we here in this wilderness of North America, and all these people come here to this wilderness in North America to be with the people who enslaved us or whatever. What do you think the Most High gonna do to this place? If you believe in that, you understand what I'm saying? That might never happen. But I'm just saying though, for people who believe that the Most High is gonna come back for his people or whatever, what do you think gonna happen? You understand? And that means that's people around the world. I know people around the world that's oppressed, bro, who are worse oppressed than us. I'm not talking about them though. You understand? And I have no problem with them. I'm talking about people, how they come here and then look down on the oppressed people of this land as opposed to doing some real research and saying, well, damn, how did them people get like that? You understand? So look, man, with that being said, man, I want to just cut this video short. I will be making some more videos. I am back, so you know what I'm saying. Thank all my subscribers, man. I miss y'all guys, man. I gotta check my comments on my computer. I got a lot of stuff on the computer. I mean, as far as messages and stuff that I ain't checked in a while or whatever. So with that being said, man, I appreciate the love, man. You know, love and light to everybody out there, to all the Aborigines, Americans, and all the people throughout the world that's being oppressed, okay? But people who come here to this country, you people need a serious reality check. A lot of you people come here, you ain't paid no dues. You come here, think this shit is so easy. You get over on the system or whatever, and the system don't do nothing to y'all, but the system is quick to oppress us and quick to send us in fucking jail. You know, you go into jails, you don't see no Chinese people in there. You don't see no Indians in there. You don't see no Nigerians in there. And a lot of these people are the people who doing the real crimes. A lot of our crimes come from poverty. We don't even have the only reason a lot of us creating crimes is selling drugs and pimping and all this old savagery shit because of the condition that we was put in. You had to go get free government cheese. Think about this. They put you on a reservation. You had to go get free government cheese. Remember the wool blankets? Do you remember the wool blankets? I know a lot of people don't remember the wool blankets, but I do. Do you remember the wool blankets? Yeah. You understand? So this is basically, man, how I feel, man. You know, like, so I'm just rant. I haven't been a while, but I got a couple of videos I got coming up, man. And so I will be doing some work or whatever. So indigenous ones throughout the wilderness in North America and throughout South Central America and throughout the Caribbeans and the conjoining islands of America. Indigenous ones. Thanks for the love. I'm out. Peace.